Troy's going to take you through some of those.
Yes, sir. So, as you know, my mom is on social media. She uses this all the time. It's a story I do tell small business owners, and we talk about, what do you do on Facebook? A lot of the small business owners tell me, well, I have a person that posts to my Facebook. Well, who does that? Well, I have this younger employee. I think she's a millennial. She knows about all that stuff. She posts to my page. It's all good. Oh, so then I ask, well, what's your social media plan? What's your social media strategy? What's your message? Oh, well, I don't know. She's just making posts. They don't think about that, right? I think that's the fundamental thing that you have to look at. I mean, would you trust someone who happens to balance a checkbook to do your accounting? Probably not. So why would you put something as important as your social media properties, your face, your brand, right, on social media? Why would you put it in the hands of someone who has no idea about what your message should be or what a plan is or how you operationally execute that plan, okay? A lot of businesses will use social media to basically sell. They go, well, that's what it's for, right? Oh, I want to sell my products. But I like to tell stories. So the story I tell small businesses is, you know what? Social media is like a cocktail party, okay? So what do you do when you go to a cocktail party? You look around, you get a nice drink, and then you look around the room when you get there, and you see somebody that you know. Hey, I know this guy over here. Hey, James, how's it going, man?
I'm great. How are you, Troy?
I'm doing great. Hey, how's that computer program coming? I hear the old man dropped
It's taken me, 33 years, but it finally works.
Yeah? Your sister's able to do it?
Yeah, getting it to do 12 times 12 was really hard, man. I couldn't remember what the answer was.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's impressive. Look at that. What was that? I just saw him. I introduced him. Hey, how you doing? We chatted. I listened to him. I asked him some questions. It was a conversation.
You even listened to my answers.
Yeah. I might even know 12 times 12. But, it's one of these things that social media is a conversation. Now, let's say I did this. I show up at the cocktail party, and I'm the donut shop owner that just opened my shop down the street. I get my cocktail, and I see James over here. My goal is to sell to him. And I come over, and I say, hey, James, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I opened my donut shop down the road.
And, my drink.
I get half-price donuts to you. They're hot, made, fresh to order. Hey, I have coupons. He's gone. Right, he's gone. Because I just went in with the hard sell, okay? If I had instead, in the previous conversation, said, hey, I hear you're building a program. He talks to me about his program, his multiplication stuff, and then I say something like, hey, I just opened the shop down the road.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
How's that going for you?
It's pretty good. I think you could even work there because I have free Wi-Fi, and you can work there, eat some good donuts, and build your program.
My kids won't cry as much there. Maybe I'll come by.
That's a great idea. See you there next week. See, there you go, right? If you engage in that conversation, if you make it a conversation, then you can sell your products or your business, right? So a lot of businesses, they're just very into selling, right? I'm going to show you some bad examples here. This is when social media goes bad, okay? Do you remember I talked about photos, okay? 120% more engagement than text posts. But what does Caesars do here? First of all, they're posting once a year. But anyway, they tell me, come and have a spooky killer margarita. That's what they're telling me. I want to see the spooky margarita. If you make it look good enough for me, I'm going to come and get it. Okay? So photos just right there. There's nothing engaging about that page. But this page, the Madison Chamber, they have a cool looking picture here. But really importantly enough, they had a seminar where Steve Case showed up. And they could have said, Steve Case was here talking to businesses all around. But they didn't just say that. They actually showed a picture, and lo and behold, there's Steve Case. Okay? So they're doing some really, really good engagement here. They're showing photos. They work on video. Okay? Content, right? I'm saying the same thing here with email. Email marketing. Here are some bad examples. You probably can't see that or read it, but you probably don't want to. This is just a bunch of mumbo-jumbo text. I don't even know if there's a call to action there. Right? This one is the same thing. Click on these links. There's nothing going on there. right? And again, you know, we stress that email is important, and I don't usually read it on slides, but I'm going to read this. There are 3,133 times more messages sent via email per day than posts on Facebook. And 900 million people use Facebook every single day. 1.6 billion people are on Facebook. Think about what that number is. That's a big number, okay? So you need to be able to engage on email, and this is not the way to do it. This is email gone good. Look at that. First off, you're going to see some pictures there. Wow, cool, pictures. But more interestingly enough, who here likes free stuff? Anyone? Yeah. I love free stuff, right? I mean, come on. Who doesn't like free stuff? So here in this case, they're entering for a chance to win those 6 Royal Terra coffee mugs, okay? What if someone was giving you free Seattle Seahawks tickets? Would you enter? Would you click that to enter? Probably, right?
Well, I'm a 49er fan, so I would.
Oh, you would. Uh-oh, we're going to get booed off stage now.
I know.
Yeah. Hey, Seahawks are the champs, so you can't go wrong with that analogy. So there's the call to action. Click to enter, right? Oh, and look what else they're doing in this email. They're promoting Yelp. Remember we talked about reputation management, right? This is reputation control. They're trying to get you that if you like them, leave a great review for me on Yelp. Here we also work with the Madison Chamber. They use email to distribute out their newsletter, right? They're not using direct mail anymore. They're actually using this. And they use great pictures. They have great engaging headlines. They have good leads. Kevin would be proud. Very, very good content right here. Okay? So again, here's a good example. Now, we're going to get into the world of mobile devices. I see you guys checking your mobile phones throughout the presentation. That's good. You know, everybody likes these things. But what's wrong with this? James, can you show me what the phone number is here?
No!
He can't pinch and grab. I think the phone number might be up here.
I want to call them.
Yeah. So look, what do you want to do? I want to call that business. I wish it looked like this. That would be nice. Look at that big call us button. Look at this, find us. That's better, right? Because if I just need it right now, I just want to call you, and here's my phone. That's a mobile site, okay? So again, if your business isn't mobile, this is something you need to think about.